Firoz, did you have your tea, Firoz?
Yes. G.
Firoz, have a nice mood. Smile now, Firoz. You look so nice when you smile.
No.
Firoz. Shani is just a child, Firoz.
Nee.
Firoz, catch your granddaughter.
Oh.
Now, do you want chai?
Yes, thank you.
Do you accept Shani?
Shani, come. Let's have.
Mashallah. So, guys, if you didn't catch what we are doing, then you didn't watch Dastak. So,
Yeah.
watch Dastak, then watch our review. So, Assalamu alaikum.
Merhaba.
Khushamedid.
Hoş geldiniz.
Welcome to our YouTube channel with Miyaan
Biwi
Aur TV. So, today, as you already saw, we will be reviewing Dastak. Finally, second last episode of
Yes.
Dastak is here. Next week, it's going to end and we will be done with Dastak. This was a good show overall. And what are our views? Where did it lack? Where did it do good? Actually, we should talk about all that next week, but we will talk this week also while reviewing the second last episode. Then, we will move on to Sher. How is Sher doing? Some fun stuff, some not so fun. What is the story doing? You will see. And please share your views with us. And then lastly, in today's review, we will be reviewing Behroopia.
Yes.
Okay. If you didn't understand that reference, what are you doing? Watch Behroopia. Tamam. That's it. So without much further ado, let's move on to knock knock. Who's there?
Dastak.
Yes. So, as you saw, my husband did Firoz very well because I think you relate more with Firoz's character.
Why?
The Saduness, Mr. Sadus. Both of them. Hai na?
I don't know.
You always had a lot of sympathy for Firoz, so why did you? Why?
But then he went another level actually, so I was like a little bit like.
But why did you have sympathy for Firoz?
No,
because you matched with his personality type.
I was understanding his just.
He matched with the no-nonsense, kind of like serious, not very fun Firoz. My husband matched with his...
He has a backstory also. He had a daughter,
Yeah.
then he lost his daughter. So he is a good guy actually, but no one actually
Then he became monster uncle, justified.
Yeah. No, that part I wasn't actually relating much before that.
Yeah.
He went another level, I'm saying just.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, he was like not that bad, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He was so saru every time. He was like to Moise, like he was
Sardu.
he was like trying to sabotage their like even
Yes.
before marriage. After
Yes.
marriage also he continued doing.
So guys, what happened? What happened is that Firoz uncle, like you saw at them, changed 180 degrees once his granddaughter is born.
Yeah.
Like your excellent Oscar-worthy performance which you gave in the intro of our video. He changes 180 degree from Mr. Sadu, he becomes Mr. Sunshine. So Firoz uncle has a 180 degrees turn after having his granddaughter. Did I like that? Honestly, I will say yes. I enjoyed. Actually, I do believe that, okay, some things you do in dramas, you change your character 180 degrees doesn't make sense. But some things in a person's life happen that are so big, like having grandchildren, that it really very, very Sadu parents become they are very nice and lovely grandparents, right? So very strict parents can be very kind and soft grandparents. So I do think there is a thing. And then like at the mention, he had a backstory of losing his own daughter.
Yes.
So now he has a granddaughter, which is kind of, reminds, probably he's like the daughter I lost. So I got her in my granddaughter in a way. So it's not very hard for me to digest. Although, yes, I will definitely say I wish they had not made him trying to sabotage Kiran and especially Kiran and Shani in the sense that trying to get rid of Shani so much that it seemed a little unnatural. But him becoming a more sweeter grandfather is not at all unnatural. It seems natural to me. What did you think?
And you are saying natural it is?
Yes, it seemed more like a natural turn.
Okay, I mean, I am actually happy with his turn. Like, this right now. He also, like, he said to Shani, like, come, let's watch cartoon, for example. That scene I liked.
Yes,
Other
that
than
was actually, that was a
and
very
he was
sweet
like slow.
moment.
He was trying to like put his hand like this. So
Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah.
And before that, I guess, was it before second last episode? I guess it was like he kind of like accepted also him, like,
that
because
you are Moises' old son.
yes, and
Yeah.
he said he's in the right now
Yeah.
backyard or something.
Yeah.
He's playing football or so those parts. But of course, after like how many episodes? Which episode we watched?
This was 49th, I think, is the second
40.
last.
40 is we came.
Yes, in 40.
So like I feel like minimum 30 episodes just we watched his Sarunas.
I mean, he came
was
later
Saru.
in the show, but yes, he was Saru from the
30
beginning.
or 20
almost.
like episode minimum.
Yes,
Like
yes.
minimum.
He was Saru, but I will say, actually no, there's no but. I don't know why I started my sentence with but. I agree with you.
Just to oppose me because you do this.
This is just a marriage. That's how it works. So get over it.
MashaAllah.
But I will say, like, I had a lot of complaints with Dastak, which I still have, because I really liked the story. I really like the topics they were addressing and the way they were addressing it, very nice. But I feel like in the middle or somewhere they lost the plot a little. With the Khala scene, with Khala thing was total unnecessary for her to be this bad. We've talked about it a lot. I feel like she could have just come and she could have her fling thing with Kabir Mama or Kabir. But for her to go to such lengths against Kiran, Shani, and for no apparent reason, like Kiran did nothing about her. I guess we can...
But maybe the writers wanted to show like how can a person misjudge someone, like, or like think.
I think it was just to elongate the series, honestly.
Maybe.
Because we know this. Like, you don't need... In a story where you have such important topics, other than this, you don't need to bring this topic.
One thing I need to say honestly, like, this was better, at least better done, like, than the other shows. For example, there was at least, actually they did again with Dilavar, the driver, you know. There is always in Pakistan dramas, there is one culprit in the house, like a servant. Usually, like, they are like paying him more and he is doing something very like disloyal to the family.
Sabotage,
so I was thinking that Aunt at least helped Saf. So I was like, at least it wasn't a servant or something, like someone helped. So it wasn't inner, like it was inner still, like the family, but like no one. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, I do not think that Aunt Fiza story was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I cannot say also it was necessary.
That important.
Yeah.
For me, I still stand by it that it was unnecessary. It was just an elongation point. But I will say on the other hand that because you talked about the Dilavar, the servant now helping Moise kidnap Shani. For that, I will say, sorry, not Moise, I always mix them up. I will say, I do have a problem, like you say, even they're always showing these poor, like the poor people, the working labor class, or the service people, maids and drivers, and even doctors, those are like not that, what is it, white collar, blue collar, I always get confused with the collars, the jobs, but yes, I was going to say, not every poor person, even if they're getting, they are sometimes very loyal, they will not accept money like
actually
this.
We see their family was, literally was gonna starve. He went for his kidney in Raja Rani, but they weren't accepting money. For example, Rani wasn't accepting. So I'm saying, not in every drama like this. Sometimes,
but Rani is the main character. I'm talking about when you have just side. These are not even side. These are just like very small roles. You always show them. I don't think so. But again, a but is coming, and the but is, at least they showed that the driver seemed to be in a little bit of a dilemma, and he was discussing with his I guess his wife, who's also a maid in the house, as I understood. So both of them, and now they've run away. So the whole Saf going crazy is just going crazy. At least Feroz uncle is no more helping him or aiding him. He said, okay, tamam, if my business is gonna get losses, tamam, it's acceptable to me. I don't want to help you in this. And
see,
then
look, he is a good guy. My radar is not that broken. Look, eventually
first
he
of
turned
all,
out,
it was very predictable he's gonna turn.
No, eventually
I was just like, they're taking him too far left to bring him back to right.
Guys, eventually he turned out to be a good man. So
He went all the way west to come to this point east, which is like he took the whole like equator of the globe to come, which was my point. Why do that when you can just take a U-turn?
Sometimes it is hard. It takes time. Those things.
This is advocate of Firoz Sahab. If you want to hire him, he will win every case for he's very loyal to you, unlike your driver Dilaver. I will say, okay, we are seeing some dilemma also in Faryal's. In the end, the drama ends here with Faryal having, okay, I have to make a decision. Honestly, I would rather Faryal leave him, and because he says he gives her an ultimatum, either you do what I say, like come with me, or we go separate ways. So Faryal, leave him and adopt the kid. I know it's easier said than done. This is so easy to say as a single mother. It's very hard in life to do that. Amma, like, I really think Moise is kind of needs to just go live with his mother. Mother and Moise, auntie and Moise.
Not Moise. Seth.
You understand, right? You get me. So, I loved all the bonding moments between Firoz uncle, the grandchild girl, Noor, the grandma, and Shani. They all four of them were together in most scenes because they were so enamored by the baby. Of course, Shani is like, oh, she's my sister, our Noor. When Firoz comes, give me my Noor, he's like, no, our Noor. And then it's so cute. He's like, please, will you scold her like you scold me? His dialogues were so cute, and the actor who played Shani, beta, you are so cute. You are doing so good, and I really like your acting. So clapping for you, no? From Sadu uncle here as well. I really liked it. Oh my god, we are auntie and uncle, by the way. We are no more appa and bhai or whatever. Because for these kids, we are like
I don't think we are
almost.
auntie, and like they can say appa, like
from Shani's age, I'm saying. Shani age children, we are auntie, uncle. We are old now. Okay, guys, this was just an existential crisis we just had in the middle of the review. So, we will sum up the whole how we felt about Dastak next week, because we will be reviewing the last episode. For now, good episode. Second episode, I really enjoyed the cute moments. They were so cute. And also, I liked the little bit of lecture-ish, it seemed a little bit, but I liked between Kabir Mamu, Fiza Khala and his sister, where he's like, don't ask these questions. The cop says these are personal questions about having children. And they said, we married out of companionship, not for having. What type of name is this? Yeah, it's a name also. For a young girl, it seems a very old granny name. Sorry to offend anyone who's like young and has cock, a very pretty name also, but yes. So all to all cock-ups out there, you go, girls.
Nice.
So anything else left to say?
No, I will give my rating.
Okay. Go, Saif, go. Leave Pakistan. Go, stay with your mom. Leave Shani home.
Nice.
That's my chant for Saif. And on that note, let's give our
3, 2, 1.
Yay! Choki, very good. Yes. Because I am happy. I think half of my relief is that this was the second last episode. That also made me happy. Finally, we are finishing it. Even though I really liked Dastak, but inshallah, I felt like it got dragged on.
Inshallah, final episode will be also like this. Let's see.
Yes. So that's all, guys. Let's move on to Sher. Sher.
Should I do like him?
By the way, I am just saying that I like this Sher more in the mental hospital.
More fun. He's more fun right now.
He's more fun. Also, honestly, I am actually digging his look. He looks more like Sher with his like untangy mane of a hair and his overgrown facial hair. He looks more a lion.
He was like...
and this aggression.
What was he saying?
Like a wild...
Like he was like, thank you! Something like that. He was like...
Yeah.
So
he was scaring. He was every time he was giving jump scare to everyone in the hospital.
Except Fajr.
Yeah, except for because he only does that with the male attendees. No, actually, he did that with the female one also, right? The female nurse, he did something like that. Yeah. Guys, this hospital or this
And
asylum
Yeah.
is supposed to be the number one in the country. From any angle, does it look like a number one facility?
It looks like number 10 or number 100. I don't know. Like looks like.
He said, "Oh, I have the most trained."
No, which can just in the world. I don't know. Maybe there can be. But is there any mental asylum like chaining people like this and like I don't know.
There
like,
can be if you're a
can
danger
be-
to self.
No, but like I don't know. Isn't it too like traditional, old-fashioned way to chain someone?
I think there can exist those.
There can be maybe
but
giving
there are
sedatives.
but you can't always keep them. That can be bad for health. But there are padded ones. They give him in very like jail. Like they're padded ones
yes.
that don't hurt your wrist.
I'm
They are
saying
padded with cotton or something.
he's like.
And also the room, they have a padded room so he can't like harm himself or harm other people. There are other ways. Because no, my thing is, it's such a contradiction. This Dr. Angoonwala is like, Dr. Angoonwala, my hospital or my asylum has the best trained staff, and the best trained staff is doing what? Oi, drink your tea. Oi, what are you doing? Oi, what is this? Oi, why is she drinking
very
the bell?
Professional.
So,
you remember
staff.
like he was pressing the button always the bell and she was saying, "Oh, I cannot like close this."
Yes, they are like not giving his medicine on time. Doctor Fajr sick, so you must have not given. Always they are giving injection. She's saying you shouldn't give him injection all the time. Very trained staff. But these rich people can only afford this kind of a place.
Yeah.
Is this like a reflection on Pakistan that even the best, supposedly the best hospital is this way? I hope that that's not true in Pakistan. Like there are better places than this, but I didn't understand that. Tamam, 1 year passed. Now we've going back to the show. I mean, other things in the show. We see nothing has changed except for Sher being there with everyone else. Fajr's dad is the same Sadu uncle. Her Puppo is the same Sadu Puppo. Her Kaka Saab is still being immature Kaka.
Yeah, Kaka.
Then we go to Sher's house. He is still engaged and there is a problem in the engagement because of course. Then his Ahad Fahad dynamic, both are still hitting on servant and the sister respectively. Then the older Biwi is always like Saduivi with the younger one.
This is the problem, honestly.
The only difference is one Sher and the second is the younger one. I'm saying the younger wife has a little, you can see, control of stuff. She has to sign documents and she's like controlling those things. That's it. Nothing else changed.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something.
No, I will not say.
Say! No, I was finishing my thought.
Me, no.
I interrupted. I was finishing my thought.
Guys, say sorry. I'm joking. So...
I was never gonna say. I thought maybe I was too low. Okay, tamam.
So I was gonna just say in these dramas there's a problem. 1 year passed, they are saying, but 1 year is like, just like a artificial something. Like 1 year just passed, you are saying, but the story is going same.
Yeah.
So in order to actually, there should be some, I don't know, like that 1 year in writing, maybe there should be some things you need to write for that 1 year. At least after 1 year we can understand those things happened.
Yeah.
So I feel like there was a gap. They said 1 year later, then they wrote the story after that. That gap is not filled.
Yeah.
There is no
The only thing is the doctor says that whenever his family visits, he has a panic attack. He gets triggered.
By the how many times did they?
Apparently every week or something. The nurse was saying.
Every time did he have panic
because
attack?
If we saw this, the second episode ends with someone injecting his fluid bag or whatever. So it means, and they know that the family is gonna visit tomorrow. So every time the family is visiting, they are doing this. So he becomes aggressive. So he has why? Because I was not understanding when he's talking to Fajr, when he's not aggressive, he's very normal.
First of all, isn't there any cameras?
And more fun. Yeah, there should be.
this professional
Yes. Yes.
asylum.
But if it's an inner, like inside job, which it seems like it, then they would know how to but there should be a pattern. They are not checking. Then they are like, we are not checking, or I don't know. But who do you think, by the way, who's the culprit who is still injecting? So now I was confused. I was like, how are they maintaining him like this? He can't be. Someone needs to be giving him something.
I'm not sure, but one person said
Commented.
on YouTube comments, like he said, Rangoon Wala is
the
culprit. But is it true? Do you think? Like,
no, what do you think? Your view, your
yeah, honestly,
prediction.
I felt like he's not that kind of like a honest guy to me. Like
Rangoon Wala?
Yes, why?
Why?
Thank you.
I was gonna ask.
No, when he was talking to Fajr, Fajr was saying, I studied in abroad, so I came here, so I'm applying those methodologies or whatever, like, so methods. So he was saying, but he's so aggressive, and she was trying to say still, like, but you cannot treat a person like this, and he was like, so aggressive, why did you allow him, like, so I felt a little bit, he's kind of like, I thought he would be in like on Fajr's side, but instead of, he was like, he's aggressive, so we chained him for 1 year. Like, which person you can chain him for 1 year? That person is gonna go mad.
But don't you think, as the head of the place,
Either he is very unprofessional, I will say, if he is honest, very unprofessional, or otherwise he's professional but he is a culprit. Those two I'm thinking
how
right
can
now.
he be professional and culprit? That makes him unprofessional.
No, true, but I meant like, if he wants, he can be professional, but I meant like he has experience, but he's intentionally not applying those.
Yeah, either
like,
he's incompetent or
yes.
he is corrupt.
Corrupt, yeah.
I think there's another or for me, or he's just being head of the hospital and he's just trying to keep everyone safe. So if there is one wild patient, you cannot risk the safety of other patients by...
Then don't keep in your mental asylum, maybe.
I
Don't
agree
keep
with
them.
that. I don't agree
Transfer
with his
him
methods.
to somewhere else.
I think it can be better dealt with. But my prediction, now ask me.
I'm asking you. Okay, what's your prediction?
My prediction is it's the guy who got his nose broken.
Yeah, what
Because
the name
in
is?
every drama...
Ahad or Fahad, every time
No, not Ahad. Fahad, the worker in the hospital who opens the chain of Sher and he gets his nose broken.
Okay.
I'm talking, because in every drama, he's there's a name. He's a small role character. He's always doing these kind of underhanded things. He's always doing some kind of manipulation, always getting bought for. So I think he's the one doing this.
Okay,
but those feet and the hands look bigger than that guy seems smaller in size. So that can be Rangoon Wala, looks like
long and
yes, and this guy is more squirrelish. So I don't know. But my prediction is that. Guys, so yeah, we see that Fajr is applying her approach methods. He seems fine with Fajr. I really like Danish Taimur as in this getup. I found him fun, like him scaring every time and laughing. He looked better to me than his more cleaned up look. The other people the same. Like I said, I'm getting done with Fajr's dad every time. Get over it, yaar. 1 year, no one remembers these things. Your daughter is so accomplished, professional, and you are still strung. I know she made a mistake. I blame her for the thing that she did. But please, you literally gave your own daughter poison. Yeah, what more can you test her loyalty on, you know? So that's like too much for me. I really like, by the way, the boy who's the grandson of Kaka Saab, when he called from London, I really like the way
he said bye
to his popo. He said okay, bye.
कैसे हो? खुदा हाफिज काका साहब.
And that basically I really like. That boy's acting, I don't know his name. I think he's a very good actor. I really liked it.
That's all, I guess.
And just one more, that servant doing black magic. I don't like these things in Pakistan. Dramas, it's my least favorite thing, is this taking hair. I don't even want to mention, because I just feel an ick from these things. Why? Why are we doing this? Also, by the way, all the ladies in the house are wearing their dupattas. The servant is coming with wet hair in the room while they're on the bed.
And what did she do? Like, no, she was doing this, like...
if you have a problem, the older like the wife of Ahad Fahad, I'm saying like this because I'm one of them, has also a problem with the servant. She's a servant, fire her. What is the problem? They can replace their servants like this. Why then keep her? Very obviously she's trying to do these things. It was so obvious. Why are you keeping her? Right? Crickets.
Why is she?
Crickets.
Why is she keeping her?
Yes, fire her. These women have no issue. They are so heartless. They're like, she's shown to be very ruthless. So fire her if you think it's a danger for your husband. You know. So guys, I like Sher where it's going. I think his engagement is gonna break soon, and this Fajr is going to play. Of course, she was already playing a major role. She's gonna break in making him better. And what's gonna happen, we will find out. But right now, I think Sher's story is going fine. It's like neither surprising nor disappointing, I can say. Before Erdem falls asleep, let's give our reaction to this
No, I don't have
episode.
anything to say with this drama. I told you even before also.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, I don't think this drama deserves 10 million, 5 million. But
Okay.
every episode of our
This is a
drama,
must
yes,
thing.
I will say this.
Tamam, you said it.
Then
Now can you move on?
we can close.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2,
Two,
3.
Yes. Good.
With
good.
that, then good.
That's all.
Tamam.
Yeah.
Let's move on to
Behroopia.
So I feel like Behroopia is back on the track. I was having a lot of problems with this, especially Zara's parents, also Saim's entry and all that stuff. But now I feel like it's back on the track because we see Zara fighting for herself, her parents fully supporting her. Thank God. It's very hard to find that in Pakistani dramas. And what else? And like it seems to be actually they went with for the press conference. She brings in his ex-wife who was also physically abused by Mikhail, and then we see Atif also fighting for himself, saying he actually left. Poor Atif. I feel this is the most pity for Atif because he seems all alone and he went to his abandoned house, which was a very small place, and everything from that. And his wife is so toxic, actually, Anaya. So I am right now, I'm like, okay, finally Behroopia is giving us some good things, right? What did you think about these two episodes?
I liked actually the part that like the public announcement they did,
Press
like
conference.
press conference, whatever. It's Pakistan, everyone is doing press conference like as if they are really famous people, like in the shows. I mean, in the real life, I don't know if, for example, one rich guy is like in ARY or Geo News, like I will do something like right now press conference. Like this is so bakwas, but
Too harsh.
yeah.
Tamam.
But who cares your press conference? You in these days you write on Twitter. I don't see one thing even in
Nowadays it's more about social media.
Yes,
like
in Turkey, for example, I don't see anyone. For example, like I don't want to give names, but like some famous people coming and I will do today like a press conference.
But I will interject here and
like,
say
who cares?
something. I will say the rich people like Xavier is even richer than Zara's family and stuff, right? Sorry, not Xavier, Mikhail. So the thing is, sometimes a press conference is your security blanket. Once you address the journalists and public, it's on proper reputable
But I'm saying
channels.
journalists cannot come always to the. Why would they come?
Because it's about a relevant person, like the leader of the CEO or whatever of Park Group of Industries.
I don't know. This is not in Turkey. There is no such thing, so I cannot relate.
In
I cannot
Pakistan,
understand
I've mostly
really.
seen it in dramas. So
But in the real,
I've got an immune.
in the real life, did you see any such thing? Just give an example if you saw one rich
Guys,
guy.
if you know any press
Yeah,
conference, please comment below. Let us know, because right now I can't remember.
I only know politicians can do this because politicians' job is this.
I am remembering
And
something,
other
but
than-
I'm not sure. I'll have to confirm that.
Maybe other than that, footballers. But footballers with their like entrepreneur, like their gym people and maybe their whole team, they do not
That's
just
a different.
yes, that's a different type.
post-match
Yes,
analysis
so I'm just saying, like, for example, in his Ronaldo is doing a press conference in his house, and Chris, okay, come, let's ask me questions. Like, who cares? Like, who does these things?
But I think she's trying to get momentum with media and with
No,
people,
I understood
public
that
sport.
if something happens to me or that woman, I don't Rena
Bina.
or Bina or whatever, Bina Rehman, I guess name was. So no, just the thing is, I understood, like, but there is social media for this purpose.
But social media takes time. Press conference quickly, at least it goes out there, I feel like. Social media, you need to really put in it's a
Right now,
sleeper.
should I call Fox News, for example, come to my house, I will do like an announcement. Are they gonna come?
If you are a relevant figure, they are not just gonna show up at Mr. Erdem's house. Who are you? Like they're gonna say.
Yes.
But if you are, for example, if you are some famous Turkish person, give me
Say Tarkan then.
Tarkan,
Pop-
the
pop
singer,
star.
pop star,
Yeah.
they might be interested. But not Fox News Turkey, not Fox News America. You are.
There's Fox also, Fox Turkey.
Tamam, Fox
Turkey.
Turkey, they will be like, oh
Okay.
yes, Tarkan Bey, yes, of course they will come.
I don't know.
Also, by the way, you chose a celebrity. Celebrity,
Yeah,
everyone is
celebrity.
interested in. It will get them views. Okay, I will say this is a very hot topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Controversial. Sadly, in our society, controversial. Oh, a wife who wants a divorce and an ex-wife
Mm-hmm.
coming out against this very rich person, strong, and they are saying he has a multiple person. Oof, imagine the interest of people in these things. People are interested. Unfortunately, our human psychology is like this. Anything tragic and sad in other people's life, we watch. We are interested. That garners views. Kind stuff, nice stuff, very less people are interested in that. Unfortunately, that's a human psyche, which we will discuss in our daily episodes of psychological and philosophical analysis. If you want those videos, let us know and we can start doing them.
Okay. Yeah.
So, anyways,
What happened? Let's dive into.
This press conference
Yes,
thing
press
happened.
conference.
She contacted the ex-wife who was hesitant at first, but
Yeah.
then she joined. I like that. The parents supporting, I like that. Pupo's character, I don't. It was funny actually. He comes and he says, "You were the one who told me about
Yeah.
stuff." She's like, "Me? Ma? Oof, her acting is so over the top. How is no one?" And the brother's like, "No, I believe you. How are you believing such an overacting? You, of course, she's guilty. It's so obvious. Even a 3-year-old Shani can come and say, "Oh, this Pupo did this."
You know, actually, what could have the Mikhail done also have been like done, have done. I couldn't talk. He could have said actually that money you also gave to some money on the phone and stuff. He could have exposed her also.
Yeah, but maybe she will be exposed if she does something. But the Pupo scene to me was unbelievable. Like, of course she was guilty. You could tell. Like, why? And her acting is unbearable. I know I've gotten so used to her, but again this time it was too much.
नहीं भाई नो ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ था इसे पागल है इसकी बात पे यकीन नहीं कीजिए आप बिल्कुल इसकी बात पे यकीन कीजिए मैंने नहीं किया ऐसा भाई ऐसा कुछ नहीं भाई ऐसा हुआ था ओके प्लीज मेरी बात पे यकीन कीजिए शी इज मैड पागल है मिकाइल दिमाग खराब है इसका ये हमारी ज़रा बिल्कुल ठीक कहती है ये गुस्से में कुछ भी कह जाता है
क्या तुमने ज़ारा का नंबर उसको शादी से पहले दिया था?
नहीं मैंने किसी को किसी का नंबर नहीं दिया ओके वेट मैंने मिकाइल की सपोर्ट की थी क्योंकि मुझे लगा था
One side character story that I'm not understanding, I'm not interested in, not that I'm not understanding, I understand, is Aisha, her daughter who's in Islamabad working. Her love story is going on. I have zero interest in that. Right? She goes and the guy said, "Oh, you forgot." What did she forget? Something that he came to give her ID or something.
Cart.
Call her before. Why are you surprising her? Are you at home? Oh, you forgot your ID. I can come and drop it at you.
Yeah.
You are just coming unannounced. Like,
And now she's like falling into like.
yeah, both
falling
of them are
into love.
liking each other. Whatever. Am I interested? Not really. And then Sam is dating his thingy. That girl who's the doctor. I like her. Her personality is I liked her. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
And then we see that Mikhail terrorizes his psychiatrist. He throws stone at her and she puts police. By the way, the psychiatrist doesn't seem like a psychiatrist. She seems not very good at her job.
I don't
She
know.
always tries to trigger him rather than calm him down.
I guess
and then
she's trying
she
to
is like,
understand, but like,
I don't feel like she's very understanding. And that, so the psychiatrist has had a falling out with both Anaya and
wrap it up also.
yeah. So here, guys, what are your views about Behroopia? Let us know. Please comment and share your views with us. So I think that's all for
That's all, I
Behroopia.
guess.
Interested
Just
in where
one
it's going
thing
to
I
go?
will just say, press conference we were talking about, they are putting in the post edit those screens. Guys, maybe you can just play the MP4 format in the screens. That's all I will say. Just
That was the technical input.
yeah.
From here, ciao. Oh no, not ciao. Let's move on to word of the day.
Today's word is you say in Urdu.
Behen, which Shani has a new sister, Behen, Noor, like
Noor.
me, my name.
Yes.
And Turkish,
in Turkish
is
it is kız kardeş.
Kız kardeş.
Kız female, like a girl.
And kardeş, sibling.
Kardeş is sibling. Yeah.
Sister, sibling.
Yes, like that.
You have to specify gender in Turkish.
Yeah.
Kız kardeş or erkek kardeş.
Yeah, we also have brother, sister, like abi and
We
abla.
also have that
Yeah.
like this. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Have
That's
a lovely,
all.
lovely week. See you
See
next video. See you in next video. Bye bye.
Hafiz, bye.
Thanks for watching. Like,
Share.
subscribe.
Ah, this is so girly.
No, it isn't.